Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Survival Minecraft. And in the last episode, I said I was going to renovate this entire island. And in this episode, that's what I'm going to do. So, got quite a lot of work. Not all of it's going to get done in this episode because I don't have a huge amount of time to do this, and this is going to be quite a big project. I think at least 2 episodes, maybe 3 episodes of renovating this entire thing. But in the last episode, we did make this tower over here, which is just for decoration, purely. But this is for this one, and we do need to get some resources. So let's get straight into resource gathering. Now, so for this, we are going to need some gravel and some sand so we can make some concrete. Go along with this concrete, we're going to need some green terracotta and some lime terracotta as well. And obviously, with every single build I do, spruce. And we are also going to need some lichen. But with that, we can get straight back into the build. And well, first we need to terraform this. Well, I stupidly just died trying to hit the ground too hard. Trying to get down there after putting some stuff away. Yeah. Genius I am. But we're pretty much finished anyway, as you can see. So, not the worst time for it to happen. And I just remembered, annoyingly, I did have like 50 odd levels. Or something like that, I can't remember. Oh well, you'll know, because you would have just seen in the last clip how many I had. So yeah, wee bit annoying, but not the end of the world. So yeah, this is all tied up for that one. Just get that cleaned up. There we go. So yeah, we can, well actually yeah, pretty much start the build, but let's walk and talk through it, I guess, because this is going to be quite a big project compared to what I normally do. So my initial thought is to have some kind of wooden pier dock thing here, and then there's going to be a path going to wind up to about here. One will go that way, the other one is going to come up around about here, I think, to a gatehouse. We'll come through, and then in this flat area is going to be a courtyard. There'll be a tower there, I think one there, there, and then the main keep, is it? I think it is, on a castle, will be right there. Now we're also going to have the other path, which is going to come along here. There's going to be a house, I think here, a kind of small turret thing just to watch over this area. I think there's 2 houses, one there and one here. And then over here is going to be, this will be landscaped a bit more as well. I think about here is going to be another house, but it's more of a production, and it's actually going to be, I guess, wine of some kind, because there's going to be loads of vines, vineyard. So yeah, I guess it's a I don't know what they're called, to be honest. Vineyard house production thing. But yeah, all around here, and then another wee tower here, I think. It's not fully designed. I've only designed the main keep or house or manor or whatever it's called. I'm not actually 100% sure what this one's called. You know, put it in the comments. So yeah, can be quite pretty much, and then every space which I can put, I'm going to put vineyards or yeah, vines all along everywhere else just to kind of fill it up. Kind of thinking or imagining that this land here is really good for growing wine or grapes. So yeah, but let's get straight into the actual building. So let's maybe do first floor and then move on to something, and then not break it up a wee bit and talk through my process. Let's get straight in. And the stone, or the kind of stone walls, are finished, and it's kind of in its, well, kind of very much so in its ugly duckling stage. So yeah, it's a bit of tough. So yeah, it's yeah, very unfinished at the moment, but this needs to be tidied up as well. But yeah, it's definitely coming along. This is pretty much as big as it's going to be. I might finish. There's going to be a wall here, going to a tower around about here. And this is the main door in here, and the floor will be here, and then this will be dug down, and well, it'll be a basement, first floor, then go up quite a few. I think it's 6 floors technically, because that goes up another 1 and a 2, I think. So this will be. This goes up another 1. This is wooden at this point, kind of, and then next floor is going to go out 1, and it's going to be green, and then the floor above that is wood, technically, but mainly not wood. So yeah, it's definitely coming along, but we do need to finish off the top of these towers and actually get the green in. So let's get all of the green in. And got that in, and it's still very much so in its ugly stage, but we've also got 2 cranes. Well, actually 1 crane and 1 bell, because I thought, well, there's an invasion or something, they would want to ring a bell of some kind. And then this in my mind is them taking up the wine or whatever up and into the manor or whatever it is. And of course we've got flooring, so I can say it's got an interior. Yep, that's good enough, right? This is an interior. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, we've got this kind of gradient, I guess. Just basically making it look like it's got a bit of shading to it and a bit of texture. Using the lighter for lighter spots, I think probably to look on this back angle from this kind of distance. So if you look there, you can see that bit there is going to be more shaded one because it's going to be a tower and it's kind of in the corner. It's going to be more shaded than this bit here, and then there's just some texture gradient, I guess, the texture gradient. I don't know if that's what you'd call it, but this has got darker in it. That's, well, pure dark. That's got some light, some dark. That's mostly light, and that's fully light. You know what I mean? And using it in that kind of gradient, you can get that kind of shadow effect. The bit above will have a better effect. I don't do this in the city as much because I think it will look a bit overbearing. That's why I don't do it as much on the city, and I kind of stick with a more solid kind of just splatter pattern. And same with something like that, it will just look too much in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. And with this, I think it works fine because it's a kind of standalone build, and you want to draw your attention to the manor. So like the towers aren't going to be, taking shadow and all this into account, and the buildings on the side will have probably a wee bit of shadow, but won't be as detailed as this in terms of shadow and gradient. But the bit above oak, and it's using like mushroom and all that kind of stuff, beehives for the trim, which I got the idea from Flip. For the beehives, I completely forgot that is a block, and then I was watching, I think his most recent video, but that might be different when this comes out. And I was reminded by it. I was like, yep, I'm gonna do that. So yeah, because it was originally going to be just a roof there, and then I added third floor on top. But yeah, let's just get, I guess, straight back into this build and probably finish it unless something happens. So yeah, let's get this fully complete. And yep, you did see that correct. A creeper did just blow up everything I just built right here. Yeah. That's why you put torches in places. That's why you be smart. Everything which I'm not. So let's just get this fixed and actually just get this built, and I'll just do a cut when this is completely finished. So, and for this episode, it is finished. We've still got, obviously, the entire island to actually transform, but that's, yeah, going to be for later episodes. Got stuff like this, which is, you know, still just plain stone. That's because there's going to be a tower coming out. Not a tower. Well, to a tower, but a wall coming out to a tower. And, you know, empty back there. But if we come inside, we can see floors are done, but no interior. There might be an interior. Oh, I've forgotten about this. That's a quick and easy fix. There we go. So yeah, there's stuff which is, you know, that's another wall. Gosh, I keep almost saying tower for them. But yeah, if you can come all the way up, we've got loads of floors. Got a wee kind of balcony bit in here to kind of take in wine for whatever reason. Got the crane. But yeah, just and a big door which is tending to be a big door when it's actually just 2x1. Then we can come all the way up to another floor. This is maybe where the wine comes. I don't know. In my mind, maybe there's another. When I do the interior, if I do the interior, there might be another crane takes it up into here. Then we can come all the way up into this bit here, which I'm going to kind of think is going to be a wee kind of study up in this kind of atrium or whatever this would be called. I'm not really sure. It's got some windows in the roof, looking very fancy. But yeah, pretty much finished if you discount the courtyard and everything else to be built. Yeah, I got the little bell with its lead to a sheep, just sitting on top of some barrels so you can bring it. Yeah. Then we still need to build some vineyards and all that. That'll probably be in the last episode, wherever many this takes to build. You know, kind of doing the grain and stuff in that episode. Yeah, it's looking very, hopefully, very manorish. That's what I was going for. So yeah, that is the end of the episode though. So thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.